He's coming. We got General West.
On first down, Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Go.
Now Luck. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing his Luck. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Beckham with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. This one fielded at the 5. And out of the Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Luck. And he finds a man on the crossing route. 23 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, Luck. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Swift. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because, you know,
and it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Right back to him on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, here's Love. And an alley to run. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. And a give this time to the tailback. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Run it. We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 8.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with the touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage. Probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up third down.
It's just me and you. Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike Smooth. Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11.
Third and long, it's locked. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, maybe that can give them a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now a carry from Mack. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
11. Hey, Zoo.
They'll fake it. Now locked. And incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Now this time he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. He'll drop to throw. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Luck looking deep downfield. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have, as they get him behind the line. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. On 2nd down now. It's Armstrong. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Luck. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. Come on. Let's go, tight end.
Here's Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 48.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. In for the score as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 25. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. 38 yards on the scamper there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Watch the twist.
Motion.
From the 30 on second down. Luck nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Back.
On 3rd down, it's Armstrong. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll run on 1st down. Pollock, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollock, and an alley to run. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. On 1st down, Pollock. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 40. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with second and very long. Room to run inside the 40. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their line.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack. And that's caught inside the 30. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 75 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. Watch that, watch that, watch that.
They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, Alpha.
To throw his line. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Right there. 54, right there, right there. Hey, Echo. No gain on this defense. No climbing.
Now Luck on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins gain a bit of respectability. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup?
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. 8 yards there helps, but they're still stuck now. 3rd and long coming up.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to rifle one deep left, and this is taken in at the 5. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Quo. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
On 1st down, it's Armstrong. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Mike 5-4. Hey, Charlie. Watch the screen. Hey, watch that.
Now Love. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's Love. Going up top. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. On 3rd down. Swift. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Showing it. That's it, baby. You got to
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it's unfortunately